Hi there, this is Mrs. Piper, and I am taking this video to go over our skills of creative thinking composition. Now, as was stated earlier in the lesson, we have already been through the slideshow that goes over the skills of creative thinking. Now I'm going to zoom in so that you can see these up close. Let us remember that the first skill we learned about was fluency. Fluency is when you brainstorm a variety of ideas to do something. You're generating a lot of different solutions. You're greatly increasing your number of options. Flexibility is when you substitute one shape for another or combine shapes together, adapt, modify, put to other uses, eliminate, and rearrange. Remember, modify means just to change. You can change a shape, you can change a color, just to make it a little bit different, okay? Eliminate means you're taking something out. Rearranging means you are changing where they are located. Elaboration is adding additional details, building on some of your work, enlarging, extending, or enhancing some of the shapes in your composition to make it better, to improve it. And originality is basically creating a new way to draw it. So it's really changing anything you desire. It might be a combination of combining shapes, rearranging, it might be any of those. But again, it's suggesting a diverse improvement for your work, imagining how the work would change if you did something different. So again, we have fluency, flexibility, elaboration, and originality. And when we began this unit, we started with our notes, and I'm going to zoom back out. Very good. Okay, so we started with our notes, and then you were given a sheet that had 9 squares on it. Remember our 9 squares? And in each of those squares, you were supposed to take the line or the shape and create something out of it. My pick for this unit was the 2 kites. So once you chose your favorite out of the 9, that's when you started to use your skills of creative thinking. Okay, so I had my kites, and now I have to develop my composition. This 4 square is called compositional development because you're using fluency, flexibility, elaboration, and originality to build up your composition. So the first thing we had to do was we had to take my original kites and we had to use fluency. Remember, fluency is greatly increasing, doing something to generate a bunch of different ideas. And what I did was I greatly enhanced the number of kites that were in my composition. So that is fluency. Now then I have to take this image, move it over to flexibility, and do a change using flexibility. Now remember, flexibility might be substituting, might be rearranging. So let me look at what I did. Oh, very good. I modifying the shape of the kite. So now I'm not thinking of them as kites. I'm thinking more of them like diamond open, like grabbers. And then I substituted the clouds for the spheres, for the balls. Okay, so that's fluency. Then you take this design and change it using using elaboration. So again, fluency, flexibility. Now we're on to elaboration. Remember, elaboration is adding something to it or enlarging part of it. What did I do? I have my sample right here. There we go. What did I do? I added lines to the diamond shape at the bottom to give it a little more detail, to enhance it. And I added more of the triangular shapes in the bottom because I really liked those, how they echoed the triangles that are in the kites. So that's elaboration. Again, adding to get details, enlarging part of it. You'll notice this diamond is significantly larger than the kite. And then the last thing we want to do is originality. And originality doesn't tell you how to change it. It just says change it. So what did I do? I changed the shape. I went from a diamond to an oval. I substituted in the lines and the triangles for the little circles. So now I have completed my my composition development by utilizing fluency, flexibility, elaboration, and originality. So then you're going to move on to the 2 square. You're going to take your best of these, and it's going to be one of these bottom 2. Okay, one of the bottom 2. I kind of like this one better, so I'm going to keep this one. And then it says change it, right? Using any of the skills. So I decided to, let me show you what I did. I decided to take that same shape and duplicate it and move it up to the top, right? To me, that's originality. I duplicated a shape and moved where I put it. So under originality, I'm going to write, I duplicated I'm going to call it a diamond, and moved it to the top. But remember, I told you have to change it twice for the 2 square. It says change it 2 more times. So what else did I do? I also, let me take a look. Yes, I also rearranged where this shape was. It was up here at the top. So rearrange, check your notes. Rearranging goes under flexibility, right? So under flexibility, I'm going to write, I rearranged the small diamond. Okay? So, what I have done is I have gone through the instructions and the steps for the 4 box and the 2 box. So now, keep in mind, you only have to use one of the boxes. You do not have to do anything in the bottom box if you can explain how you use 2 of the skills of creative thinking. If you only changed it once, then yes, you'll have to do the bottom box and change it one more time. But most kids are able to change 2 things in this one box and be ready to go. So once you are ready to go, you're going to take your large 12 by 12 paper. You're going to take your best design and you're going to transfer it onto the large paper and color it with crayons. Okay, I hope that's clear. Remember, when you're enlarging, that you need to make everything bigger so that the ratio stays the same. And if this diamond takes up 2/3 of the space on the little paper, it needs to take up 2/3 of the space on the big 12-inch square. So this concludes my explanation of our skills of creative thinking composition. We started with the notes and we ended with the 4 box and the 2 box. And then you're going to transfer it to your large paper and color it. Remember, when you color, blend colors, color neatly. Craftsmanship is 20% of your grade. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.